This is an AI special with everything that we know from 18 months of deal calls about what AI is actually doing to the marketing agency market. I'm going to cover it all in 7 minutes. No hype, no doom, just the data. Let's go. So here's what nobody in the agency world wants to say out loud. The business model that made marketing agencies successful for the last 20 years, it's under serious threat. And it's not from a competitor, not from a holding company, but from a kid in a bedroom with a laptop and a Claude subscription. I've spent the last 18 months in deal calls with agency owners, acquirers, and operators, and the same word keeps coming up over and over. AI, AI, AI. So today, I want to give you the real picture, the threats, the opportunities, and where the smart money is actually going. So let me start with a threat that I keep coming back to. I call it the kid in the bedroom problem. A mid-20s operator sitting in Dubai or Bali or his spare room in Manchester with a stack of AI tools, he can now produce a similar volume of work to an agency team of 20 people. Design, copy, SEO, social, video scripts, outreach sequences. The holding companies, they already know this. We're seeing 10 to 30% of staff cuts across the big groups. Not because the work has dried up, but because AI is doing more of it. One agency I spoke to cut $500,000 in annual expenses in a single year using AI, and another took 40 hours of SEO work and compressed it to one. The top end of the market has to change its business model because right now it's competing on headcount and process, and that's a losing game when the cost of intelligence is approaching zero. Here's something that surprises almost every agency owner that I talk to. Using AI does not increase the value of your agency business. Everyone is using it. Buyers know this. When you walk into an M&A conversation and lead with, "We've integrated AI across our workflows," the response is, "Great, so has everybody else." We saw one influencer agency sell for 13.5x. The expected multiple was 6x. The difference was they built a platform, IP, the tech that they built. Suddenly, you're not being valued on an EBITDA, you're being valued on revenue multiples, and that's a double-digit conversation. The agencies that are going to win this aren't just using AI, they're building with it. And here's the part of the story that doesn't get enough airtime. The brands are pushing back. I spoke to one content agency that works with major consumer brands, and those brands will not allow a single AI-generated photograph in their campaigns, not one, because the reputational risk is real. As one ghostwriting agency owner put it to me, who among us can afford a plagiarism scandal? And this is creating something interesting, a premium for human work. At the exact same moment that AI is flooding the market with cheap content, certain brands are paying more for the guaranteed human created alternative. Authenticity is becoming the differentiator again, just in a completely different way than what we were expecting. And this is actually a huge opportunity if you're positioned right. The agencies that lean into the human creative angle, that can credibly say every piece is crafted, not generated, those agencies have pricing power right now. The wrong move is firing everyone and replacing them with AI. The right move is doing more work with the same team. One agency I can point to went from 40% margins to 60% margins through AI automation, and they didn't gut their team. This is the important bit. They redeployed it. They used AI to strip out all the low-value repetitive work, and they pointed their people at the strategic, creative, relationship-driven stuff that actually keeps clients. And we're seeing 20 to 30% productivity increases per person when AI tools are properly integrated. One UX audit that used to cost $4,500 now costs $2,000. So that's a 55% cost saving, while the agency keeps the margin difference. So the agencies that win this transition aren't using AI to shrink, they're using it to scale. They're competing on output and quality, not headcount. That's the play. Higher margins, same team, more capacity, more clients. And if you want to know where the investment is flowing right now, it's into experiences, immersive brands, activations, pop-ups, live creator events, physical, real-world experiences that AI simply cannot replicate. In the US, we're seeing budgets of $3 to $5 million for a single week-long pop-up campaign, because in a world where any brand can generate 10,000 pieces of digital slop in an afternoon, the thing that's actually scarce is real experience with real people that you can't scroll past. You cannot AI a pop-up. You cannot algorithm your way into a room full of real people having a genuine brand moment. Experiential agencies are holding their value. Influencer and creator agencies are in demand. Anything that requires human presence, human trust, or human creative instinct, that's where the ceiling is still rising. And here's the thing that might surprise you most. 6 months ago, talking to agency owners, investors, acquirers, everyone thought AI was going to replace everything. The panic was real. Sellers were telling me, maybe I should sell now because my agency might not exist in 5 years. 5 years, it might not even exist in 5 months. That sentiment has shifted though. The bigger companies, the enterprise clients, they're actually backing off AI. They've experimented with it, they've seen what it produces at scale, and a lot of them don't love it. The reality has landed somewhere in the middle. AI is a powerful tool, but it's not a replacement for strategy, creativity, relationships, or most importantly, taste. And the market is starting to understand that. And what this means practically, the agencies that panicked, that slashed their teams, that went all in on automation, some of them are now fighting to win back the quality clients that they lost. Agencies that stayed calm, invested in AI as a capability layer, and doubled down on the human value they provide, those agencies are coming out ahead. So here's where I land on all of this. AI is the biggest structural shift the agency market has seen in 20 years. It will reshape valuations, team sizes, and service offerings. Some agencies, sadly, they won't make it. But the ones who understand what AI can do, real relationships, real creative judgment, real world experiences, those agencies have an enormous opportunity right now. The question isn't whether AI affects your agency, it already has. The question is whether you're the one that's driving that change or reacting to it. If you found this useful, if you're an agency owner trying to navigate all of this, or an investor trying to understand what AI does to deal flow, subscribe, because this is exactly what we cover here. Drop a comment. What's AI doing to your agency right now? I read everything.